What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I really just want to talk about whether or not this festival so far is a W or an L. Really simple. I just want to talk about whether or not we think this is a good festival, whether or not we think 2K executed this well. And I'm honestly pretty interested to give my own thoughts on this festival, to be totally honest, because I actually think my thoughts might be a little more positive than probably y'all are used to from the JC2K channel. So before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. We have been going absolutely insane on videos the last few days. I have, for the last 5 days, and including today will be day number 6 in a row of uploading at least 9 videos in a row. I honestly am not totally sure when the last time I uploaded less than 8 was. Like, we have been going nuts with the videos. So I hope y'all appreciate the content, and I hope y'all are enjoying. That being said, I do actually personally, just short answer for this festival before I hop into the reasoning why. I think this is pretty good. I'm not going to say this is phenomenal, but if I am rating this, I said the title is the Festival of Champions a W or an L? I would give it a W. I'm not giving it like 2 W's. I'm not giving it 2 thumbs up. I'm not unbelievably excited, but I actually think it's pretty good. And I want to give y'all my thoughts as to why I don't honestly mind this that much. Now, there are qualifiers. I think the first and very important qualifier is that the most important thing that you have to change, I think, about your mindset in order to try to see things with a little bit of more of a positive light is you just have to accept that spending money on this game, and especially in large quantity at all, is not worth it. And you will have a more fun experience if you pretend the top tier cards are just not attainable for you. If you play the game in a attainable free-to-play fashion or close to free-to-play, I'm not saying spending a little bit of money occasionally is a bad idea. I've done it. I will do it in the future, I am sure, as well. I'm sure I will spend money on the game early next year, 100%. It's probably going to happen. But I think you can find just as much enjoyment in playing the game without spending the money if you just pretend the top cards don't exist. And I think that's a very important thing to ask, to remind yourself of, because when it comes to this festival specifically, let's be honest, Kevin Garnett and Dwayne Wade are not even in the slightest attainable for someone like me. And I have an account with, I mean, they had like 9 million MT before I bought LeBron. This account has a decent amount of MT too, but like without spending thousands of dollars for KG, and it's not happening, it would literally cost me 1,000 probably to get Dwayne Wade. I just think realistically, it's pretty incredible how expensive this stuff is. Like JR and Paul Pierce, maybe Dave Cowens there's an argument that these 3 might become semi close to, and maybe even possibly, I'd be surprised, but possibly attainable for free, depending on how good the daily challenges that 2K is going to be dropping are for these Festival of Champions challenges. That is kind of going to determine whether or not they are. If they are, though, that is the first time since the All-Star Festival where the second tier of card is actually available for free. And here's the thing, people, I've seen it in my comments, are like, J.R. Smith, Paul Pierce, Dave Cowens, those are not names we want. Those cards stink. No, they really don't. Dave Cowens, top 4 or 5 small forward in the game. He's extremely elite. He's like a just worse Bob Pettit, really. I know his jumper's not quite as good as it is quite as good, but he's real close. J.R. Smith is a very high level point guard who's probably on the level of some of the very best point guards in the game, guys like Devin Booker, Vince Carter, etc., and those invincible point guards. Like, he's extremely high level competitive tier 1 card, and Paul Pierce is too, to be totally honest. He's a great shooting guard. It's the first elite Paul Pierce card we've gotten in a long time. I know I haven't gotten gameplays with JR or Paul Pierce yet. If I get them at some point, I'd love to. I will see, but at the end of the day, I mean, those cards might be semi-attainable, and that would be very good. I'm not saying they're going to be, but if they are, that's a W. And I also think they're not absolutely must-have either, which I kind of am cool with, to be totally honest. Even the top tier cards, I don't feel like KG and Dwayne Wade are game-breaking. D-Wade especially, but KG, like, incredible card. Yes, he's not better than Invincible Giannis, though, in all honesty. He's very similar level to Invincible Giannis and Pettit, guys that are already in the game. He's not game-breaking and completely game-altering. Guys like Ibaka, MPJ, and Jerry West are legitimately attainable for free, 100%. If you grind out this entire festival. Now it'll take you probably a week at least, or another week or so ish, to get to those cards for free, but you can get them for free. Ibaka is a dog. MPJ looks really good too. I haven't used him, but I mean, and then Cedric Maxwell, Richard Jefferson are extremely elite cards. Now I haven't really gotten into grinding yet on this account, and I need to, because I want to add Cedric Maxwell, especially for the attainable series that I'm doing on this account as well, which, by the way, if y'all haven't checked that out, go check it out. I actually think it's pretty good, pretty fun series, and it's definitely more focused on the more no money spent, low money spent community in terms of like the cards you can add to your squad and how we're building the lineup and the stuff we're trying to do, and also just talking about how to do well at the game and succeed. Like, through gameplay. But that's besides the point. I do hope y'all enjoy it though. Even this Robert Horry, really good free card. There's like a lot of high level cards in this drop. Richard Jefferson and Cedric Maxwell are like borderline S tier shooting guards. They are extremely elite cards. I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. I think Cedric Maxwell is better than Invincible Paul George, better than Invincible Kawhi, better than like 100 overall Tracy McGrady. I think he's probably one of the 5 or so best shooting guards in the game. He's darned close to the Rudy Gay level. Dr. J level, that level like below KD. He's an incredible card. Richard Jefferson's not far behind. Extremely good cards there. And then you have all the other free stuff too. I mean, I've already gotten the legend badges in the 10 box, but the free legend badges, the free 10 box that you can get for very low pieces. And the fact that so many pieces are going to be available as well because of the free extra challenges and stuff, you're going to easily be able to make, if you were to prioritize MT in this event, let's say you use 1 GOAT piece on players or whatever, and maybe you get a Dark Matter and a couple of those other players, but you focus most of your pieces on MT, you could very easily get 4 or 5 GOAT pieces for MT, which are about 150,000 MT a piece if you're patient with just exchanging them down into diamonds and then quick selling the diamond pieces. That's 150k per piece. You could easily be over 500,000 MT easily made from this event. Could be more. Like, it's probably the most rewarding MT wise event in a while. It's the most, I'd say in terms of the quality of cards you can get across the board and the amount of good cards you can get as well. It's probably the best we've seen in a while for that as well. It's still not as good as the All-Star event was, but the All-Star event was literally like the best my team had been in a very long time, with the exception of Vince Carter, but even he wasn't that game breaking. So I mean, since then, I kind of think this is the best it's been. And the reason that I say that is if you go look at the last few festivals, sure, there's a good card in every festival. There's Donovan Clingan in, I forget, let's just real quickly go festival for festival and talk about it. Because the thing is, in all the other festivals, none of the top tier cards were attainable at all. Like when you look at the Vibes Summer Festival, none of these guys, Kareem, Pettit, Ron Artest, were even close to attainable for like even relatively affordably. The 100 overalls were, Hito was unattainable without spending money. Jermaine was barely attainable spending money, and he was good, but he's not unbelievable. And then the other 100 overall was Gilbert Arenas, who's not that insane. The Dark Matters were mid. The most exciting card was Galaxy Opal Tyrus Thomas, and honestly, Galaxy Opal Robert Horry is just as good as Tyrus Thomas. So that doesn't change much, to be totally honest. Glitch Festival before that, none of the 100 overalls are attainable. Jokic and Jimmy Butler are a joke. You're not getting those guys. And then the Dark Matters are good. Ben Wallace, Josh Giddey, Peja, like good cards, sure. But I don't think I'm not sure they're quite as good as like Maxwell is. And also you made a lot less MT and you could get a lot less pieces for free. Klingon was great. There were a few good reward cards in the glitch set, which was nice. There were multiple good ones, and that's the way it should be. But I do think everything all encompassing, this is the best it's been in a while. J-Kid was a beast. The other Dark Matters were good, not incredible. None of the 100 overalls were attainable at all. Below hundreds, I mean, Nick Young was pretty good. That's pretty much about it with this festival in terms of the really good cards from this one that stood out like longer term. At the end of the day, this is easily, in terms of the amount of rewards, the best we've seen in quite a while, I would say, in terms of just overall rewardingness of these festivals. And at the end of the day, when we don't have festivals, there's just not that much to play the game for. Let's be completely honest here, because the game mode rewards kind of stink and pack odds are bad and stuff like that. And like, yeah, festivals, having them every single 2 weeks is a little annoying at this point. It definitely is just 2K in your face, like, give me your money. It can be a little annoying. I get it. At the same time, it's also like, I mean, if you play the game the right way and look at things the right way, I do think you can still enjoy it. That's kind of the conclusion I'm coming to. You just have to accept that a lot of the top tier cards are just out of reach. And that's the honest truth. If you can do that, you can have fun. If you can't do that, the honest truth is you're probably not going to have a lot of fun unless you're willing to spend a lot of money. And I just don't think for the majority of people that's very smart. But that is just my opinion, and y'all are free to do what you want. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below if y'all are enjoying this festival, if you agree with what I said or not. I mean, you don't have to agree with me. It's fine. But just be respectful about it and let me know where you disagreed. If so, that's fine. Hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.